Hey everybody, hello. Welcome to Monday after the holiday weekend. I hope everyone had an awesome holiday weekend. If you don't know me yet, if you've never seen any of my lives and you're rewatching or watching the replay, my name is Shannon. I am a business coach and money mindset coach for female entrepreneurs that want to create digital empires so they can spend more time with their family and in their yoga pants. And today I am talking about how my clients are now creating 13K consistent months, which is insane and so exciting. So guys, let's get into it. I'm just going to do a quick video. It's just going to be 3 quick steps. And I'm trying my best. I've been rewatching a couple of my videos, the ones that I posted to YouTube, and I sent them off to my virtual assistant. And there's I do a lot of like rambling in between. So I'm really trying to set the intention that I'm going to stay like super focused and strategic and not do any rambling. So if you're watching the replay, this is going to be a ramble-free video. I am not going to ramble today, I swear. I'm just going to get right into the steps. I'm going to give you the stuff that you need in order for you to hit 13K consistent cash months. Okay, guys, so let's get into it. So when I'm talking about my clients creating this amount of money, I am really talking about how they are bringing this in. I've had the client who created this 13K consistent month. One of my clients was a photographer. Another one of my clients who was a photographer also created consistent income. I've had a couple other clients who've now started different streams of income in order to create these 13K consistent cash months. But a lot of you might be thinking that there's a lot involved with strategy. So if you are a person who are like, give me the strategy, give me the steps. This is why I wrote 3-step process to speak to you, because I know that you are probably doing a lot of things that is consuming a lot of marketing, consuming a lot of strategy things. You might feel a little unfocused and all over the place when it comes to your business. You might even feel like you don't really have a strategy or you really don't have a plan in order for you to hit those, in order for you to hit your money goals or even hit this money goal. And this money goal seems insane to you right now. It's not. It's totally possible for you. It seemed insane to my client who hit this. It seemed like it was totally impossible for her, like it could never happen for her, and it did. So if it can happen to her, it can happen to you. I'm sure you've seen other people who have created big money months. And what I want to say is, here's the secret, here's the strategy, here's the like special thing that you're missing. Is, guys, listen very closely to this. It was not about her strategy. It was not about her marketing. It was not even about her selling. It wasn't even about any of that. It was about none of it. What it was truly, and it always will be totally about, and especially for me, it's always been true for me that I've created big money months when, in the times when I have totally and solely focused on just my mindset, working on my mindset, working on my beliefs, working on my habits, working on faith in myself. All of these things tied together is what helped my client to create those 13K consistent cash months. So when it comes to creating your 13K consistent cash month, when it comes to creating your 10K month, when it comes to creating your 5K month, I always find it helpful for step 1 to actually create some type of where are you going? Where are you going? How are you getting the money, right? I find that to be super important. How is this money coming to you, and what are you doing to get this money? That's incredibly important. So step 1, actually create some type of, I would say mostly it's some type of focus, really. That's really what it is. It's just focusing on exactly what you're selling and only staying focused on the thing that you are selling, okay? So step 1 is just focusing, seriously. I see this problem so much. All of my clients that come to me are really at a place of, I mean, there's a couple of different things happening, but most of the time when people come to work with me, it's that there is no direction whatsoever. Like, there's just like, I hope to make this amount of money, but without any real like, okay, well, what are we gonna sell? And what are we really focusing on? And what are we really like? And it's just like, I don't know. I've just been kind of throwing spaghetti at the wall, and I don't really have any type of focus or any type of general plan about where I'm going and how I'm gonna make this money. Okay, so step 1 for me is a focus, and really it's kind of, I like to say a vague plan, because I don't like to give you this, thing you have to stick to and it's right or it's wrong, this whole strategy or whatever. Strategies are different for everybody. Everybody makes their money differently. So I never want to say this is the thing that works for you couldn't work for, you know, somebody else over here. So always keeping a vague plan, though. I feel like really just having your eye on the ball, how much money you want to make and what you are selling to do that, and staying. Now, this is where step 2 will come in. So having focus and a vague plan is step 1. Step 2, this is where it will really come in, because as you have this focus and as you have this idea of this money you want to make, and what will happen is you will start to get worn down. You'll go into, say, the first week of the month and you want to have a 13K cash month. And you go into the first week of the month and you're so excited and you're motivated and you're amped up, and you get through the first week and nothing is biting, nothing is working. There is nobody commenting on your lives. There's nobody watching your lives. There's nobody liking your video. There's nobody liking your post. There's nobody opting into your email list. When you see no traction and no movement, this is where you really need step 2. This is what a lot of my clients do. This is the bulk of the work when you work with me. This is the true work. If I could say anything to anybody starting right now, to anybody who's just wants to hit bigger months in their business, fuck the strategy, fuck all that. You really, really need this step. This step is so, so important, okay? So if anything, if you're trying to do more strategy and none of mindset, you really need both of them hand in hand. But I say fuck the strategy because I think the first step is always working on the mindset stuff first and the strategy second, okay? So step 2 is developing just a deep, solid belief in yourself and in your goals. That's really, really where the big important step, this is where the chunk of the work comes in. The easy part is saying, oh, I want to make that amount of money, and this is how I'm going to do it, and this is what I'm going to sell. The hard part is after you've gone 1 week into this plan and nothing is working and nothing is biting, and you feel like there's no hope for you to actually make this amount of money, this is where you need step 2. You need to have a deep, solid belief in yourself and in your goals. Having that will then keep you focused again. Like, okay, I'm focused on making this amount of money. I'm focused on making this amount of money. I'm going to make this amount of money. And it has to be so deeply in there that nothing can shake you. Even when you feel like there's no fucking way, Shannon, just give up now. I just want to throw in the towel now. No, my clients don't do that. We come back and we say, all right, what's going on? What's truly going on here? Now let's reconnect to why you can do this. Let's reconnect to why this is so easy. Let's reconnect to why this would be so simple for you to do. Let's clear out anything that is false or fear or doubts. We don't need any of that, right? So let's clear out any of that, okay? So step 2, developing the deep, solid belief in yourself and in your goals. And then step 3 is they show all of my clients start to eventually do all of this. They show the fuck up. They show up, they show up, they show up, right? And you can't show up, right? You can't show up if you don't have those first 2 steps in place. You can't show up and do Facebook Lives. You can't show up and do videos. You can't show up and put out content you really want to put out. If you truly don't believe in yourself and hitting those goals, if you truly don't believe that you were meant to do this, if you truly don't believe that that money could be yours, then you're not going to show up. It's just the way it goes, because you believe that it's not going to happen for you. You believe it's not possible for you. You know, all of that stuff that happens. So when it comes to showing up, it's like you can't, because you don't have that establishment in place, that deep, true belief in yourself that you can do this, that women are doing this all the time, that people are doing this all the time. So why not you, right? But also that step 1 really comes into place too when it comes to showing up, because you wouldn't know what type of Facebook Live to do. You wouldn't even know what type of content to produce. You know, when you ask those questions about, well, what types of blog posts am I supposed to be writing? What types of Facebook posts am I supposed to be writing? So when you're asking that question, it's typically because you don't have a focus on what you're actually supposed to be selling. You don't have a focus on where are you going? Where is this business going? What are you doing, right? So step 1, focus and a vague plan. Step 2, developing a deep, solid belief in yourself and in your goals for hitting them, especially when there seems like there's nothing happening, all right? And then step 3, showing up. Showing up, putting content out there, taking action, marketing, getting on your stuff. But that can't happen until you have that deep, solid belief in yourself and in your goals. And if you do these 3 steps, there's no way you won't hit big money months. Guys, honestly, these 3 steps all together in combination, there's no way you won't hit your money goals. I've done it time and time again, and my clients have created 13K cash months, $25,000 in 3 months. I mean, this is like, it's just simple. It's really just a simple process, but it's hard work. It is the inside work and it's the outside work. And when you combine those 2 together, that's when you start hitting those explosive money months. If you are not hitting explosive money months, it's probably because you're missing one of the 2. You're doing too much outside work, you're not doing enough inner work, or maybe you're doing a lot of inner work and you're just journaling all the time, right? Like you're just journaling and saying your affirmations and your beliefs, but you're not doing the outer work of then actually getting your message out into the world and getting your product or your services out into the world. And there has to be all of these 3 things together. And that's how you make $13,000 a month. 3 steps, simple as that. Yes. All right, guys. So here, it is Cyber Monday, and I am having a special. I am having a intensive flash sale. So you can work with me for 4 hours. And what we will basically do is we will take the thing that you have this idea and put it and mold it into actually selling like hotcakes and getting you into these 13K consistent cash months. So typically my one-day intensives are around, I still haven't totally narrowed down the price. If you're on my email list, you'll get the notification. But typically my intensives are around $1,200, and I'm going to be giving them for maybe 60 to 70% off. So definitely around the $500 to $600 mark. It's 4 hours. 4 hours, one day, just putting it all together, putting everything together that you have been dragging your feet on, not doing, taking your idea from thought actually into conception and something that is sold and getting you to 13K cash months also. All right, guys, thanks so much for watching. I'll see you guys soon. Bye.